Have you ever promised yourself, this is the year I finally show up consistently online? And then a few weeks in, you're already tired, behind, or staring at a blinking cursor. If you've got big goals for your business in 2026, but the idea of posting all year long feels like a lot, you're absolutely not alone. And the good news is, you don't need more willpower or more hours in your day. You actually need a simple system and a teammate. That's where AI comes in. By the end of this discussion, you're going to walk away with a clear, calm plan for how to use AI to support your visibility all year long without feeling burned out, sounding robotic, or feeling like you're glued to your phone or computer. You'll know what to focus on, what to let go of, and how to put AI in the role of helper, not replacement. And if you've fallen off the wagon before, you're not behind. You just haven't had the right system yet. So I had a client who used to post whenever inspiration struck, which, if we're being honest, was maybe once every few weeks. And she felt guilty, overwhelmed, and convinced she was bad at marketing. Once we set her up with a simple AI assisted routine, one core piece of content each week, and a few smaller pieces spun off from that, she started showing up every week without adding more hours to her schedule. And the other thing, her audience started saying things like, I see you everywhere now. Same business, same person, just a different system and a little AI support. And that's what I want for you in 2026. So before we get into the steps, I have to mention this. AI will only help you stay consistent if it actually understands you and your business. That's what my pre-bake the oven method is all about. It's teaching ChatGPT who you are, what you offer, who you serve, and how you sound before you ever ask it to write a single thing. Now, let me tell you, just because I mention ChatGPT a lot doesn't mean that these concepts and systems and processes cannot work on other platforms like Gemini or whatever your choice is of LLMs. And if you haven't done that pre-bake the oven process yet, or maybe it's been a while since you've updated it, this is the perfect time for a refresh. You can grab my free pre-bake the oven guide. It's just in the notes or link below. If you walk through the setup step by step so AI can actually sound like you and support your goals this year. Here's the simple framework we're going to walk through together today. First, we're going to clarify your 2026 visibility goal. What does showing up really mean for you? We're going to refresh your pre-bake for the new year. Update your AI with where your business is now. We're also going to create an AI-assisted weekly visibility routine, a simple rhythm you can repeat. We're going to save your guardrails so AI knows you and sounds like you all year long. Nothing complicated, just 4 pieces that work together to help you show up consistently, even when life and business gets busy. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dive in. So let's start with step 1. Clarify what showing up consistently means for you in 2026. And a big reason consistency is hard is because the goal is fuzzy. You post more, be visible, show up online. Those sound great, but they're impossible to measure and very easy to abandon if we're being honest. So first, I want you to define what consistent visibility means for you this year. Not what some guru says, not what a big brand is doing. What's realistic and meaningful for your business? Ask yourself 3 simple questions. Where do my people actually look for me? Is it Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn? Or is it on your Google with your Google business profile? Or is it email? Now, here's the thing. Pick 1 or 2 main places, not 6. You've really got to focus in. What is my minimum realistic rhythm? Now, let me give you an example. Is that 1 weekly email or 1 weekly long form piece of content, like a blog, a podcast, or a video, plus 2 to 3 short posts that I repurpose from it? Next, what's my non-negotiable? This is the one thing that happens even when it's a very busy week. Maybe it's every week I show up at least once with something helpful for my audience. So you've really got to figure out what that non-negotiable is. You can even say this out loud. Consistent visibility in 2026 means I show up on blank platform, blank number of times per week with helpful content that reminds people who I am, what I do, and how I can help. Once you know that, AI finally has something clear to support. It's not trying to do everything. It's helping you stick to your plan. Step 2, refresh your pre-bake for 2026. If you did the pre-bake the oven last year, your business may have shifted. Maybe it was your offers or your pricing or even your ideal clients. Maybe words that you use that you didn't last year. That's normal. So you want to take the time to update it so AI isn't working off an old version of you. So inside your pre-baked doc, or if you're starting fresh, I want you to update 4 things. Who you help and what you offer right now. Are you still focused on the same services? Did you add or remove offers? That's really important. Are there things you don't want to promote anymore? So, your 2026 focus. In 1 or 2 sentences, answer this. This year, my main business goals are blank. Now, maybe it's book more one-to-one clients. Maybe it's filling up a group program or promoting your local visibility. Maybe you have a new service and you really want to focus in on that service or product that you offer. So now let's talk about your current audience struggles. What are people asking you about recently? What are they stuck on? Add 3 to 5 bullet points to address those items that you're hearing the most about. Now, let's talk about your voice and your no-go phrases. Really important here. You'll want to remind AI of your tone. Warm, straightforward, encouraging. And words you never want it to use. For example, maybe you don't want it to say something about crush your goals or about you being an expert. Maybe you don't want it to feel too hyped or corporate. Tell AI. It only knows this information if you share it with it. So then we're ready to open ChatGPT or whatever program it is that you use and drop that updated information in there. You can say something like, you are my content and marketing assistant for 2026. Here's an updated overview of my business, services, products, audience, and voice. Use this as the foundation for anything you help me create this year. Boom. You've just pre-baked the oven for 2026. Now AI can support your visibility based on where your business is today, not where it was last year. So I want to take a quick pause real quick before we move into the weekly routine. If you'd like help walking through this setup, grab my free Pre-Bake the Oven guide. It gives you simple prompts to fill out, so you're not starting from a blank screen, and you can reuse it every time you start a new project in ChatGPT or the program of your choice. The link is in the notes or comments below. All right, now let's get back to building your 2026 visibility system. We're on to step 3. Build your AI-assisted weekly visibility routine. This is where we turn "I should post more" into a simple rhythm you can actually keep. I want you to think in terms of one weekly visibility session, 30 to 45 minutes with AI as your teammate. Here's a routine you can start with. First, start with one core idea. Before your weekly session, jot down one topic your audience needs help with this week. You can even ask ChatGPT, based on my business and audience, give me 5 topic ideas that would help my ideal clients in January 2026 or whatever time frame you're working with as they try to blank, and you want to insert the priority there. Just pick one. That's your focus for the week. Number 2, create one core piece of content. This could take about 10 to 15 minutes. Decide what your main anchor will be. A short video outline, a blog, a podcast episode, or maybe a longer post. Then prompt ChatGPT or whichever program, something like this. Using my pre-bake setup, help me outline a 3 to 5 minute video or 500 to 700 word post about blank topic. Include a simple hook, 3 main points, and a clear call to action at the end. You are not handing over the wheel. You're collaborating. Skim what it gives you. Tweak anything that doesn't sound like you. Then use that as your guide to record or write. Number 3, one of my favorite parts. Spin off 3 to 5 supporting pieces. This should take you about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you have your core piece, let AI help you repurpose it. Here's an example of what you could say. Take this outline or script or blog, whatever it is, and turn it into 3 short social media posts, 2 email subject line options, 3 quick tips I can share as individual posts or stories. Now, instead of wondering what to post all week, you have a small batch of content that all ties back to that one main idea. That's consistency without extra brain power. Now, step 4, you want to save all of this and you want to schedule what you can. It should take you about 5 to 10 minutes. If you use a scheduler, plug in a few of those pieces. If not, keep them in a simple doc or note, whatever it's easiest for you. And you can even label it by the week. The goal is this. Every week in 2026, you spend a short, focused block of time with AI and walk away with enough content to stay visible without creating from scratch every single time. So now let's move into our next section, which is setting up simple guardrails so you stay authentic. I feel like this is really important. One of the biggest fears that I hear from people is, if I use AI more, will I still sound like me? That's why I want you to create a few guardrail prompts you can reuse all year. These keep AI in check and protect your voice. Here are a few examples you can literally copy and paste. Always write in a warm, engaging, conversational tone, as if I'm talking to one small business owner who feels overwhelmed but motivated. Here's another one. Avoid sounding salesy or hyped. No buzzwords. no crush your goals language. And you would want to put in there what fits for you. Here's another option. If anything sounds too formal or robotic, rewrite it to be more relaxed and human. Now, a lot of times I don't like telling AI, don't be robotic. Write this to sound better. What you want to do here is you want to plug it in to fit how it is you speak. So these are examples that I've shared with you, but you want to customize them based on your specific needs and your brand voice. Now, you can also paste these in at the top of the chat before you start working, or you can keep them inside your pre-baked doc. That way, it's reminding AI about this more than just the one time you say it. And here's something else I want you to take away from this. You always have the final say. You should read everything that comes out of AI, not just copy and paste it. If it doesn't feel like you, if it feels off, take the time to change it. Better yet, take the time to go back and forth with AI and let it know, I'm changing this. This is what I'm going with, and paste that in. Remember, it is a learning model. So if you take the time to go back and forth, you're going to be correcting it and sharing with it so it can learn how you want to actually talk. If an example does not fit your values, remove it. AI is there to get you 70, 80% of the way, so you can use your energy on that final 20% that makes it truly yours. Okay, I know we covered a lot, so let's quickly recap. Here's how to use AI to actually show up consistently in 2026. Define what consistency means for you. Pick your main platform and a realistic rhythm for you. Make sure you refresh your pre-bake, or if you haven't done it, take the time to do it. Trust me, it will completely change the outputs you get. You want to update your pre-bake, not just once a year. Anytime something changes with your business, your audience, your products, your services. Just the first of the year is a good time to remind you and take the time to do it. But I highly encourage you to do it multiple times throughout the year. Use a weekly AI-assisted routine, one core idea, one anchor piece, and then a few repurposed pieces. Create guardrails for your voice so you stay human and authentic, even as you scale your content. You don't need to overhaul everything this week. Just start with the next step that feels doable. So I want to leave you with an action step for today. Block out 30 minutes on your calendar sometime this week and use that time to either refresh your pre-baked doc, or if you haven't done it before, take the time to do it. Then run your first AI-assisted weekly visibility session using the steps we just talked through. Remember, you don't have to do this perfectly to see results. Done is better than perfect. Every time you show up, you're building trust with the people you're meant to help. If this episode helped you feel more confident about using AI to support your visibility in 2026, make sure you follow so you don't miss the next episode in this series, where we're going to go even deeper into building a visibility habit you can actually keep without burning out. And if you want support as you implement this, come join us inside the free AI Simplified Facebook group. It's a safe place to ask questions, help you get unstuck, and see how other business owners are using AI in real, practical ways. You're not behind. You're not bad at this. You just need a system and a teammate. AI can be that teammate, so you can show up consistently in 2026 as the professional you already are.